So we tend to harp on a little bit on some of the Democratic, liberal, progressive left. So I thought, let's make some fun of some conservative Republicans. So we got 2 clips here. The first one's going to be Charlie Kirk saying some dumb shit. So here we go.
We live in an abundant society. We live in a place where you can have literally weed delivered to your front door. It's like, what? And somehow, that's liberty. No, that's actually slavery.
How the fuck is weed getting delivered to your door?
By that logic,
Slavery.
the delivery guy from Pizza Hut is fucking a slave. Any delivery guy is a slave. Any kind of service industry is a slave at that point.
I really wish the clip was a little bit longer because I wanted to see if he tried to how he explained that, because I don't understand.
Wait, so you don't have the extended clip?
No. Let me see if I can maybe find it, but even if even if I don't understand how you can explain that, justify that, I really don't.
Okay, just let me know when I can tag in.
Go for it while I look for this.
Okay, a common theme we have here on our podcast is John complaining about people comparing things to slavery and black rights, but not actually being slavery and black rights.
Me ordering weed. God, that's funny.
So it's just kind of funny that he would say that. No explanation for real. And we're not actually talking about slavery.
Makes perfect sense if you're stoned. I just want to see if there's an extended clip, because I'm okay. Here, extended clip.
You need to come up with what you aren't going to do, and it might be like, hey, maybe it's I'm not going to drink anymore, or maybe it's like I don't like this group of guys. They're a bad impact and influence on me, and I'm just going to cut them off. In the most bizarre, strange way, what I'm going to tell you today, it's what you don't do that actually is going to give you what actually is going to give you true fulfillment. And here's why. Because we live in an abundant society. We live in a place where you could have literally weed delivered to your front door.
I understand his point.
And somehow, that's liberty. No, that's actually slavery. That's actually a form of slavery for Media Matters watching. That's a form. It's a form of being. It's a form of being subservient to something that actually controls you. That's not you being free. Are you kidding me? That's you actually.
I understand what he's trying to say,
I
but
understand he's a stretch. That's what I said. It's called being a law-abiding citizen. At that point, I just want to go on a murdering spree, but I can't do that because it's against the law. Am I a slave to the law because I listen and I don't murder people? Like, what is he talking about? Man, it'd be people like this. He lived his whole life. He didn't get punched in his face not one time. You think so?
What he said was really dumb, dude. I just don't even know what to say. It's like, bro.
Oh, that's a form of slavery for Media Matters.
That doesn't make it any better at all. That's why I'm mad.
What is government? What is
Side note, I don't like that they categorize him as a pro-Trump pundit. Like, bro, he's more like
Oh, see, look at you now. Stay on this side, Gene. They're getting it today. Let them have it.
Let him have it. You're right. Let him have it. Just
let them have it, Gene.
Go for it. Sure.
No, that's actual slavery. That's actually slavery. So what is slavery, guys? Can I ask? What do you think slavery is to him?
Forced labor. Well, slavery, I would argue, is forced
labor.
labor. Forced labor.
Labor.
Yeah, I think it's forced labor. You're right.
So, go on.
Now, let me tell you something about good old marijuana. It does cost money, but marijuana smokers are often givers and share their marijuana.
Very nice people, usually.
Very nice people.
In my experience.
Okay? So you might not
Consider
have to labor to get marijuana. Do you want a roof over your head? Do you want a car? Do you want to be able to eat? Those things require you to labor. So I just don't get how he,
I don't get
with
it
all
either.
his degrees,
I don't get it.
and his nice
he doesn't
tight
have a degree.
suit.
He didn't go to college. That's one of his little spiels. Is he's homeschooled, and he built himself up outside of the system.
You know what? It makes sense because he looks like a athletic version, even though he's non-athletic. Athletic version of Martin Shkreli, the guy who made the AIDS medicine expensive.
Ah.
Looks like Baron.
I don't think he's athletic. I think it's just 'cause he's
No,
wearing a suit.
athletic version.
I think, if, like, no homo, if you take his suit off, you're going to see nothing but a fucking lanky
But
ass
athletic
body.
version compared
I see what
to Martin. He looks like somebody I've seen. He just looks like a stereotypical person. I don't know. Like I don't.
This just
I don't
shows
even
that
associate it to conservatism.
it just shows that this guy's never experienced with anything in his life, which is not a bad thing, or I would say even a good thing. It's just ignorance. Like, I don't really, if you put anything in there except for weed, maybe like some other amphetamine, like cocaine or meth or something like that, then maybe. But something like weed, it just, bro, it shows
Who's
your
paying you?
ignorance. Like,
Who's
yeah,
paying you
who's
to say
paying?
this?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you there.
I think you can also see it though when he's actually like speaking it out loud. He says it and then he immediately begins to stumble because you can see his brain racking itself of like, fuck, how do we explain this fucking statement we just said? And it's like, well, you really can. He's just pulling at strings and really fucking up the entire time.
All right, let's get the next clip. So we got another clip at the same conference.
Where are they finding these people, bro?
Let me rewind this a little. Start from the beginning. Boom. Okay.
So Barbie lives in this giant mansion, Malibu mansion, all these rooms. Think about how many
You're gonna have to
rooms
edit
in
me
the
out.
house. I mean, she's probably got that thing filled to the brim with restoration hardware furniture. All the space, and yet, because of the Green New Deal, she's not allowed to fart in her own house. Barbie can't fart.
Barbie can't fart.
This is why we're not a leftist, by the way.
No, it's
Not a leftist.
In peace.
What the fuck? That was so dumb. This is why we're not a leftist. Oh my god, bitch. Because you can't fart in your own home? What? I don't understand.
Is there a fart police?
Oh my gosh. And it was a terrible joke too, because she was trying to equate the whole like cow farts is contributing to the climate
Yeah.
change and stuff like that, and so she's trying to make the dumb joke
Yeah.
that you can't fart in your own home
You
because
need a
of
bridge to stretch that for. Like that's a long stretch for the joke. And you know, I just noticed it says Young Women's Leadership Summit.
yeah.
Turning Point. That's more the actual the name should be Turning Point. Oh, that's her thing. Oh, okay.
No, turning point I think is Charlie Kirk's thing.
Oh, so did he host this thing himself?
I
Type thing?
don't know if he hosted it or if
He was like the main contributor.
Yeah, I think he set stuff up like that. Yeah, I'm not sure the details of it all, but I think he's like the president, CEO, whatever of Turning Point USA, and obviously right here she's a contributor.
Okay.
They're trying to promote conservative values and they're trying to help spread it around the country.
I guess she's kind of getting at like the whole overregulation in California, but it was a really bad joke, so it just fell flat.
Barbie can't fart. Duh, I'm gonna say that all week.
I just don't get. I'm like, honestly speaking, I can't even address the Barbie can't fart because I don't know what she's talking about. Like, I do know what she's talking about, but
It was so bad.
yeah, is there a point to like? Did they give you this time to speak on this issue for real? You know what I'm saying? But with this man and this weed thing, maybe I'm just taking it personal.
Apparently, what they're saying, I don't believe it's comments, but apparently in the Green New Deal, farting will be outlawed. I think that's a stretch.
Well, is that to deal with the cows? Because like the
I don't-
cows are over farting in.
Is it
California?
about the cows? I'm confused if it's about the cows or if it's about something else.
I
And
just
John just broke
farted.
the law. He just broke the law.
Fucking arrest me.
I don't know. That was
Coming to
dumb.
get you.
Okay, so you know what I'm seeing a common theme of?
Go for it.
Actually, it's not even just within these two. Everybody feels like everybody else's sin is bigger than theirs or worse than theirs. But in a Christian country based off Christian ideals, there's no sin bigger than another. So it's weird for me that for we're all pointing fingers at each
country
other.
that-
Yeah,
yeah.
we're all pointing fingers at each other. If we're all falling short in some type of way, the
'Cause
appropriate thing to do.
Pointing fingers has become the new meta now. For since when? Since when did cancel culture start? Like mid like early
Since-
2000s.
When was Twitter made?
I was gonna say like around. I don't know when Twitter
No,
was made,
no,
but I'll
no.
say cancel culture
I'm
started
about
in
to
like
say because
2011.
Twitter started as a troll, an excellent place for trolls. Oh, just post funny shit and keep it pushing.
Like cancel culture started like around before Trump, so I would say around like what 2014, and then it got escalated when Trump became president. So like, I would say
Honestly speaking, the association
finger-
with cancel culture came with the rise of the LGBT. Not that's the thing I put most closely associated with, because it was also cancel culture was really based off of sexual deviancy, rape and all that type of stuff. It wasn't. I mean, I guess race too, but people weren't really canceled for race in the beginning of it. Race is kind of like the spearhead of
just
it
for
now.
comments
It
people
was
used to say back in
normally
the day.
like cancel culture to me started with Me Too movement.
Yeah.
Like for real became prevalent with the Me Too.
That's
movement.
that's the catalyst. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like something happened before that.
It's
but
weird
yeah.
because essentially cancel culture is a non-violent way to be combative. Like for people that basically like in society we've pushed physical conflict down so far that we still seek conflict, and so we created it. And the way we now conflict is through
Canceling
culture
each other,
and like shouting
verbally
and stuff
attacking
like
each
that.
other,
And
yeah.
so that's what Twitter feeds off of. That's literally Twitter's like money engine. Literally just keeping that cycle of people in like constant conflict of pointing fingers and just throwing allegations at each other and throwing like memes in the mix of it and making it fun and stuff like that. So to traverse the abyss of Twitter, you have to kind of like protect yourself to be like, I'm not gonna see all that shit. I'm just gonna go into where I want to go. But even then, like a lot of the content creators I watch, they're like, well, this person said this shit, and this is why I disagree, and this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And so to me, like, it's weird in like our new day and age. I've started looking at the way people debate, and if they just fucking chimpanzee out and start being like, he's the fucking racist, blah, 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 then I just completely blow them off. But if they're like eloquent and actually like composed and stuff, which is one of the things that like
Reasonable.
I actually really like about Jordan Peterson, where when you watch him debate, it's like watching a fucking like a fencer, because he's just
100%.
like precise, and he's just like, I just know where I'm gonna hit the target, and I'm just gonna like kind of dodge this shit and just be just eloquent.
Do y'all remember when we first go for it? Sorry.
And so it's kind of like that. That's the way I've seen cancel culture like grow. Like, so to me, I feel it's whenever its inception is whenever people who felt like they were getting physically bullied just like found a platform to get on together and just push back verbally. And that's why I think it's when Twitter was created, really. And like maybe not the exact moment it was made, but like soon after.
I can feel that. I just remember when Twitter initially had no like censorship. That's why I said that, because people were just posting the wildest. Twitter was like the first Reddit. Like people were really on Twitter posting the craziest shit. But like you said, shortly after they started adding and growing, and as soon as it became mainstream, immediately it became a cancel culture thing. But do you guys remember in one of our early podcasts, we actually conversed about the problem being how conversations are started and built, and we actually talked about the nuances of conversation, like building a foundation of the conversation, finding something you agree on, like holding each other, like just how a conversation should actually flow. And to Doc's point, that's
Out the window.
Out the window. But that's literally the biggest problem.
Because no one's trying to talk and come to some kind of agreement.
Trying to win the conversation.
Yeah, it's all about like, I'm either trying to embarrass you, I'm trying to defeat you, I'm trying
Deflect.
to deflect. Yeah, there's no. That's our part. Actually, that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to start this podcast with you guys, because I felt like there was a degradation of conversations out there, and I value our conversation so much. So I was like, hey, let's record ourselves talking, let's put it out there and see what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Because like obviously, like I'm right leaning, Doc's a little more left leaning, you're a little more centric, you fucking fence sitter. And we come together and we talk. We're still friends. Sometimes we get heated at each other, but guess what? We still come back
100%.
every Monday or Tuesday and we record a podcast about
With
stuff going on.
With no animosity, no hard feelings, no nothing held, like none of that.
I'm not gonna lie too. It yields some fruit too, because every now and then I'll see something, I'll be like, "Holy fuck, Gene was right," or I'll be like, "Damn, John is right." Like that shit does happen.
No, absolutely.
No, same thing. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's like, damn, Doc talked about this. Ooh, Doc fucking said this. Wow.
Or somebody brings something up and then you see it build towards what they
Yeah.
were talking about. Like, oh, he did say this is.
Yeah, it's like, fuck.
Fuck. God damn it. Well, no, that's fire, dude. That's part of growth. Iron, sharpening iron.
Hey, thanks for watching a clip of Fake Deep Thinking. If you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe, like the clip, leave a comment, and check out our page for more content. Full episodes of Fake Deep Thinking are released every Friday on Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. Peace.